That Pedal Show's roundup of 2025.
And what we can look forward to in 2026.
Hey everyone, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here, hello, and welcome to the end of the year.
Oh man.
The end of the Gregorian calendar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right, yeah.
It's become customary. Oh, please subscribe.
Yes,
please
indeed.
do that. Click on the button. And also go to That Pedal Show store and buy some merch to see you into 2026 in terribly good style.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Only the most stylish wearing DPS.
So it's become customary at the end of each year. We look back over the year, pick out some highlights. And in this one, we're also going to chat a bit about what we might be able to expect from next year. Yeah.
Yeah, and would love your input on that as well. So anything else that you want to see. But it's been a year, Michael.
Been a weird year. It's been a very weird year. But anyway, I've got something for you. I spent some of the That Pedal Show budget. I've got a candle.
Oh,
It says D on it.
that's lovely.
There's a cigar if you want one.
Oh, dude.
It's a 5-year-old Henry Winterman's that's been in the drawer for 5 years, and I got some decoration. So there we go.
Fabulous.
What do you think?
That's it, I
Don't
think.
even need any tape.
No, I think that
We can revise the tape budget for next year.
we'd better use it, otherwise it'll be revoked.
I did actually bring a drink, but I don't think you'll want any of this.
Oh.
We've got about like 9 bottles of whiskey that somebody have bought us over the years. We're not going to open the Weller yet, but maybe we'll just have a little tot of this.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would only be appropriate.
Yeah, this is a 12-year-old single malt called Aberfeldy, bought for us by Chris Buck.
Ah,
Long
I
time
was
ago.
texting with Chris today.
There you go.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers, mate.
Well, yeah, well done for...
Happy 2025.
Yes.
Cheers to everyone out there as well.
Cheers.
Oh, mummy. Yeah, I could get used to that.
Ah.
Might have to put that in me tea. Good.
Lovely. Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
I guess we start by saying it was our 10th anniversary year,
Our 10th anniversary.
don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, a significant milestone of sorts, and I guess if we don't say it anymore in the show, thank you, everyone,
Yeah, completely.
for watching, supporting the show, buying merch and doing all of that and enabling us to get to 10 years, because it's been a trip, and we reflected on that in style.
Maybe I should go. Think I'd better go. I think I'd better. You'd think somehow. Buy the D&M Drive, and all of your dreams will come true. Standing too close to the sun, I am torn and twisted, held together like a.
The Wheel of Challenge for challenges.
My father told me this story. Are we doing Stonehenge?
No, we're not doing Stonehenge!
Look at Stonehenge!
And who should we see but Michael McKean?
Mini Dan here. Mini Mick here. Hello. And today we are going to be talking about mini effects pedal.
Shit!
So earlier this year, Marshall released some lovely new things. One of them being this modded, like a plexi style.
1959 hand-wired mod, they called it.
Yeah. And it was a revelation to hear it. That is wild!
That's the sound, right? So all of you out there going, you can't put the delay and reverb into the front of your amp. Yes, you bloody can. Yeah, I had a kind of a 100-watt Marshall moment there. Ended up going to Overdrive Guitars and buying one as part of putting my rig together for 2025, and just got immersed in that 100-watt thing. And I suppose the thing to take away from the 100-watt thing for me was it's not just about volume. It's about weight.
Yes.
It's about the enormity of it and the depth of it, because we all associate the 100-watt Marshall with that glorious, or at least those plexi-type Marshalls, with that glorious sort of late 60s into 70s rock sounds. But actually, as a fantastic clean pedal platform, that was a massive revelation to me anyway.
Because you gigged it. You went out with the 100 watts gigging it.
Yeah.
And you were like, I had no problem. Sound guy was delighted. It just sounded fabulous.
Yeah. Happy days, happy days. It wouldn't be TPS without some guests. We haven't had tons of guests this year.
No, we've had a few, but not tons.
But we started off in style, went to Wales and hung out with James Dean Bradfield for the launch of the new Manic Street Preachers record, and oh my God.
What a trip.
And it's quite a vicious sound thing, you know, kind of like, you know, and it was like.
When I was in NAMM in Anaheim in January, I ran into Mr. Corey Wong, and it was lovely. And I said, oh, look, next time you're out in the UK, please come on the show. He goes, oh, I'm out next month. We should do it. And we did it.
We did it. He came in, showed us all kinds of stuff. We talked about his music career and obviously his approach to guitar. The thing that hit me hardest about Corey Wong is his work ethic.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, that guy is busy. He does, like, insane number of projects, records. How cool.
While I was in America for NAMM, I took a detour. I went to Oklahoma.
Just a small detour.
Just to hang out with our dear friend Robert Keeley, who you'll know from Keeley Electronics and all the glorious things that he makes. One of my favourite memories from that trip is I had...
Sorry, I'm wincing at the whiskey, not at Robert, by the way.
I had Andy Timmons pedal board. We're doing some stuff and I got a picture. Me and Robert on the floor, hands and knees, messing around with his pedal board. It was so much fun.
So were you there when they were developing that reverb then?
I was.
Which has just come out.
That's exactly right.
New Andy Timmons reverb from Keeley if you haven't seen it yet. So we've yet to plug it in. We will do that in due course. Argo Boost Deluxe was a long time coming. You can watch the video, but it's Mythos Argo Octafuzz with just basically a defeat button to allow the boost only. So 2 sides. Anyway, watch the video. We talked about it for years and years. It was so simple in concept, but it took a minute to come together.
Yeah, it did, just to get it all happening. But it's amazing. What a great sounding pedal.
It is good, and I used it last night at my gig, Dan.
Nice, very nice.
And then as an extension of that, I decided it was time to do... We tend to update our own personal rigs every year or so. And I'd been on this long trip of rediscovering valve overdrive pedals. That whole thing of trying to get everything on the board and then simplify and then get everything and then try and end up with some compromise where you've got enough on there but it's not crazy. And came up with a solution back in... I don't know when it was, March, April time, the beginnings of which anyway, that has lasted the year.
Amazing.
Put that Hughes and Kettner in the bottom of the second amp, the
love
Rotor
that.
Sphere,
I
and
love
ended
that.
up making, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos as a series on the genesis of that, which is a good learning process. And that took in the 100-watt Marshall story as well.
Oh,
and
nice.
maybe we'll reflect on that at the end of the show about 2026, because I am feeling a kind of baby and bathwater moment.
Oh, interesting. Earlier this year, our dear friends Joel Corty from Chase Bliss and Mike Piera, aka Analog Man, took a trip out to Japan. And they had hatched a plan to develop a King of Tone Chase Bliss crossover. Now, we've been out to Mike's place and we've seen the immense care and attention to detail that goes into that. So for Mike to give this project not only his blessing, but to get stuck in with the, helping design and lend his ears and stuff was a huge thing. What I loved about that was the video that they took in Japan, and the documentary of that whole process. And it was lovely to revisit the King of Tone again, because we haven't done that in a while. And when TPS first started out, it was a mainstay.
It was
on
central
the
to so many things we did, and it didn't help the wait list, I don't think. But,
No.
But yeah, for the Chase Bliss version to come out with some extra functionality and the treble booster built in and all that, really cool. It's on your pedalboard still.
It is on my pedalboard still, and I love it.
It says a lot, doesn't it? Dan, massive fan of KOT, to use the new version happily and uncomfortably.
Yeah, but it was lovely to revisit that circuit.
Watch the video as well. Nobody does, I don't even want to call it marketing, nobody does pedal stuff like Joel and the team at Chase Bliss. Not least the recent collaboration they've done with Chompy, is it? Have I got that right?
Oh,
the little sampler thing.
Yeah.
It's just a joy. It's innovative. It's original. And we salute you, buddy.
And it wouldn't be a TPS year without some challenges.
We started off with the 2 knob. I think the first one of the year was probably the 2 knob. Okay. Right.
There's a 2 knob. There was a Desert Island pedal board.
Yeah, we revisited the Desert Island.
Revisited the Desert Island. Yep.
There was compact wet dry.
Yes. There was a single brand, and then there was a compact fly rig, 250 pedalboard challenge.
No, we didn't do the fly rig. That's coming up, I think. We haven't done it yet. It's compact wet dry.
Oh, compact wet dry. Okay, and then okay. But the 250 pedalboard challenge, and then the 500 pedalboard challenge. The challenges are so much fun.
And a lot of work. A lot of work for the comment to be just by Helix. That was the combination. That was the culmination of the 250 and the £500 challenges was, don't worry about all that. There will be a final instalment to those as well. So we love the challenges. And just to say, if you post your challenge ideas in the comments section, we will and do read them all.
Yeah.
And we've really enjoyed taking your challenges and doing them. And long may it continue.
Yeah, brilliant fun. My new band got off the ground this year, Danalogs, and to get that going, I had to rethink my rig. So, as we do, we look at our rigs every year, and it was really fun to have a board together specifically for a project.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes it much easier, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Instead of having to be a Swiss Army knife and all things to all people, I could just be really specific about the tones and the 70s things that I was going for. It's really fun.
As ever, volume is a theme among us, guitar players. Whoa! And Celestian at NAMM 24, I think it was, unveiled a new speaker called the Peacekeeper.
Yes.
Peacemaker. And they came down and brought a couple down. We put them in the cab, two identical cabs, and compared them with a Celestian G12H. And it's really surprised us both.
Yeah.
Number one, recorded, it sounded amazing.
Yep.
Number two, the level of attenuation was much, much greater than we thought. And it's sort of, we'll look at this at the end of this show, but I am incredibly interested to see what happens with lower volume in the next few years.
Okay.
Because for so many people, digital modelling is not the answer.
Yeah.
So what else is out there?
Yeah, that has become apparent in my other life as well. I've had a lot of people who've gone down that and are now looking for something else. And not that it has to, but it's like, it's not a loud thing. It's not a volume thing. They just want it. It's something, there's some really great sounding amps out there that people are connecting with, and they want those solutions. And I agree, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next year with all that.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I can't imagine there's too many of you, but if anyone doesn't know, Dan's other life is building touring rigs for professional musicians. So that's what he's talking about. We did a couple of interesting shows that I'm not sure necessarily went over that well.
Okay.
Or were communicated very well from our point of view, which was using attenuators sort of outside of the traditional way. So what we know from an amp attenuator is you stick it between your amp and your speaker cab, makes your amp quieter but retains much of the tone. For a long time now, there's been a whole different bunch of attenuators that have all kinds of stuff built in addition to a very nice reactive load. Also maybe some effects processing, maybe stereo effects loops, maybe the ability to get louder. And as such, we looked at attenuators used in the first instance to make your amp quieter, as you would imagine, but then send out other signals to front of house, lovely stereo in some cases. But then also, what about if you've got a small amp and you use something like the new 2 Notes Reload 2, which has an amplifier in it as well, much the same as the old tube thing that we've got.
The power station.
By Fryette.
Yeah.
And I think we both concluded that we would rather have a small amp and make it louder
100%. That was an absolute revelation.
than a big one and make it quieter.
Yeah. Both of those solutions, whether it was the solid state or the valve one, there was something about hearing the amp unimpeded then more.
But more.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
If you haven't watched those videos, check them out.
Simon Jarrett, friend of the show, paid us a visit again this year. And we had a look at the effect of capacitors in the tone circuit. It was remarkable. And again, I think that's one of those videos that you had to get into the weeds with it to really see the benefit, but it was amazing.
Yeah, it kind of proves that, funnily enough, I was talking to a friend of mine in Germany today, and he was asking me some questions for a column, I think in Guitar and Bass magazine. And one of the questions was, are you still learning stuff?
Yeah.
After 10 years of doing that pedal show? And it's like, yes. I mean, that was a revelation like no other in the way that, you know, normally in a tone cap of a guitar, it would be a relatively small value and it would roll off some high frequency, right? And the smaller the value, the more high frequency, or the higher the frequency it rolls off. Simon's advocating, turn the amp up, get it cranking, turn the pedal up, get it cranking, and put massive tone cap. And all of a sudden, your 4-pot 50s Gibson wiring becomes a whole new animal. And it was a revelation.
Yeah. absolutely one of my favourite videos this year was you and your 345 and the addition of your Bigsby.
And the Bigsby.
So this is something that we've been talking about for quite a while. Last year, Mick and I made our acquaintance with a couple of old Gibsons.
Yeah, that's one of them.
This is one of them that we've come to adore. And Mick had been talking about putting a Bigsby on his 345 for the longest time, but doing it properly, finding the right Bigsby, making sure that... And I was quite nervous about it because it also meant drilling a hole in the guitar, but I loved the... You just went, stuff it, and did it. And I thought it was brilliant.
Well, you know that some things in your life is just unequivocally the right thing to do. And I had absolutely no second thoughts about that it was the right thing for the guitar.
Yeah.
It was obviously the right thing for the guitar for me anyway.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Gerhard Schwartz from Schwartz Custom Guitars in Germany, in Bavaria, and he sent me the Bigsby, sourced the Bigsby and sent it to me and gave me a load of great advice on how to put it on. And it's unequivocal. It's a better guitar.
It's a better guitar.
I used it last night at the gig for 80% of the gig.
Amazing.
And yeah. Thank you, Gerhard.
Yeah, it's magic.
Should probably also mention that we did more just a few pedals videos this year.
Yeah.
So we've tried various formats with just getting a bunch of pedals on a board and whacking through them and seeing what we think. How is it?
Yeah, I'm going to strip some paint off some old guitars for this.
And in the past, we've struggled a bit because we love doing them and I think people like watching them, but the views have been low, so you don't really want that as a YouTube channel. So we did less of them. Anyway, we started it up again. We just called it A Few Pedals, I think, and again, came across some absolute highlights.
Yep.
Stuff like things that stand out to me would be the Peace Hill Tube Screamer.
Peace Hill Tube Screamer. The Cornerstone Nucleo.
The Source Audio Artifact.
Oh yeah, amazing. The Hagerman compressor, the 12AU7 compressor. Oh my goodness. Because I'm excited because of how good it sounds.
Yeah. It's nice to just stumble across stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, we'll continue to do that in 26.
Yep, definitely. We didn't have lots and lots of guests in 25. That's something we will rectify next year. However, the guests that we had were flippin' awesome. Not least, Matt Berry.
Oh, man.
What a trip.
Have a flick through the comments. People are like, what?
Yeah.
Surely not.
So Matt contacted me about 6 years ago after a friend had sent me a clip of Matt doing an interview with the cast of What We Do in the Shadows. They were asked what's their pop culture favourites things at the moment, and Matt said that pedal show, and I'm like, what? So, and then Matt got in touch and said, hey Dan, Matt here, just want your opinion on this. And we've been talking about doing this for 6 years. He got in touch and said, right, let's do this, because we'd been talking about a board build. And I was like, man, I would love to build a board for him because I was a fan of his music after hearing him first supporting Stephen Wilson at the Royal Albert Hall. It was, I've been a fan ever since. And just to get to hang out with him for the day.
It was amazing.
Build his rig. It was just wonderful.
We're really hoping to follow up with a visit to Matt's studio in 26. So busy schedule notwithstanding, we'll see if we can make that happen.
You're listening to Absolute Radio. That's right.
There was no processing on that at all.
No, it's just
That was nuts.
he just has a magic voice. So great.
Cab drivers listen to Absolute. So I'd be sat in the back and it would be on and the station ident would play and it would say, "You're listening to Absolute Radio." And then in the back I go, "That's right, you're listening to Absolute Radio." And the cab driver's like, "What the fuck is that?" And turns round and you sound exactly like the bloke that's doing this advert. And I say, "Yeah, a lot of people say that. Do it again." And then I'll go, "You're listening to Absolute Radio." And they never put two and two together. But I can't do it anymore because it's not on. But yeah, I used to do that.
It was a very interesting year, being the 10th year, and what that means going forward.
Yeah, it felt a little bit like a consolidation year. And we know that, definitely don't want to be negative in this. We know that economically things have been tough in 25. We know that the various gear markets between the US and the UK and through Europe have been affected. And we know that business hasn't been as strong as it's been in previous years. But as sad as that is for people in business, for musicians and creatives, I think it offers a great opportunity because you're sort of forced back into going, I'm not going to buy this new thing because maybe I haven't got the cash right now. What I'm going to do is look at what I've got and be creative.
Yeah.
And in terms of music and creative output, culturally anyway, as far as cultural movements goes, they've always come out of more difficult
right.
times. So if there is a silver lining to any cloud you might want to perceive, it might well be that.
Yeah.
What do you think about 26? Have you got any thoughts about? Do you want to make any changes or anything?
Yeah, I do,
Right.
actually.
Yeah, you're gonna leave that pedal show.
Let's start that show pedal.
We could leave together. Go and start off.
What we'll do is we'll do that COVID video
Yeah.
where we haven't seen each other for ages and we're running towards. We just do
play
that
it
in reverse.
Yeah.
No, I think what I have loved. I mean, TPS. It's obviously I love it. It's my favourite place to be. It's brilliant fun. But I love the people who are passionate about the same thing. Doing the experience days has been.
Oh yeah, how can we
wonderful.
not mention experience
Yeah.
days? They are an absolute highlight of every month.
Yeah, it's just wonderful. We get to hang out with half a dozen people every month, and we play with pedals and listen to loud amps, and we go over pedal boards, and we just people just who are into this. Like if you're watching this, you're going to be into this, and we all just get to hang out together, and it's the best day. I want to do more of that, but I want to find a way in 2026 of being able to bring more people
Yeah.
into that. I think that would be
analog,
wonderful.
real, and communal. I'm more
Yeah.
committed to it than I've ever been, and more people, more genuine experience, more being with human beings, feeling the love,
Yeah,
feeling the guitar love.
yeah.
What about personally, or at least rig-wise?
I will be focusing on the gigs with my band. What's been really interesting is because I'm basically doing everything, including booking gigs, which
Right,
I've never
right,
done
writing
before.
a theme tune, singing a
Right,
theme
theme tune, exactly,
yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. And I've loved being out playing again, and I love playing these songs. So I want to make sure that that's going on because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Not at least I'm in a band with my wife. Like now the kids have left home.
Or she's already
And
in the organisation.
She's already in the organisation. We don't need. Oh man, I pulled that out at the last gig. It's so funny. But
Spinal Tap reference in case you didn't get it.
so Teen was singing and playing guitar in bands before we met, and once we met and had kids and stuff, and that all changed. And so first time doing that for a long time. It has been brilliant fun. So I want to do more of that, and I think my rig has already changed with that. Because one thing that I found is the small amps and everything are fantastic until you get to a level. And then when Doug's feeling it,
Yeah.
and I can't get past that, and then everything falls in on itself. So I've gone, it's not crazy, but I've gone back to the matchless,
Yeah, a bit more, just a bit more.
Just a little bit more. I am super happy with 95% of the rig. I think I'm going to end up going back to the BIM, the Otto BIM for the delay, and just throwing a looper and stuff on there. And I'm very keen. I've had a play with the Nocturne in America. I think it sounds spectacular. It does this really cool thing. It does the Van Halen thing where it throws all the reverb
Oh, nice.
on one side. It's really cool.
It's the new Keeley reverb with Andy Timmins, in case
Yeah.
you're not following.
So I'm really keen to do that. I'd love to do some TPS gigs next year. I'm trying to... I talked to Andy. He just called a couple of days ago. He might be coming out again next year, so that would be really fun to do. But I really think now is the time, Michael, to do TPSI Friday.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we've talked about a format called TPSI Friday, which is a live show on a Friday. If you ever watched TFI Friday back in the 90s, imagine that, but with idiots like us and about a 50th of the production budget.
There you go.
I think what could possibly go right?
But I just love it. I want to have
We'll
more
do it.
people in here. I want to
do it.
have, and we do it with people in the studio. And I just think it'd be, I want more fun.
Some of the thinking behind that is that, we've been doing this, being sat flat onto you for 10 years, and it's great. We like it. You like it. But it's time to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
Do something slightly different.
Yeah.
On a slightly serious note, YouTube is maturing as a medium, and we've all got to react to that a bit,
Completely.
and do something that is not just the same old for you and for us, to keep it cool. And funny you mentioning gigs. One thing that definitely motivates me is doing gigs.
Yeah.
And we come in here fresh. We come in here with new perspectives. It changes our view on what matters and what matters less.
You've always got to spring in your step after a gig.
Yeah.
Always. And that includes gigs that you haven't enjoyed as much.
Yeah.
You've still come in and gone, yeah, I've learned something last night. I learned that 100-watt Marshalls are cool and maybe something else isn't quite. But you've always got something.
And it almost opposite to you. I am one thing I'm definitely going to do next year is explore low volume a bit more.
Right.
Because month after month after month of experience days, being in here for 3 hours, getting 160 dB, plus playing bass in my pub band,
Oh, yeah.
plus being in here, I've got a little tickle in my left ear.
Oh.
So I'm going to investigate that and figure that out, and maybe look at... Because before I've no desire whatsoever to play at low volume, like literally none. Why would you do that? Because we've got used to this hug of huge chest thumping guitar sound, right?
So great.
But now there's a reason, and I haven't lost my hearing. There's no big damage. There's no nothing to panic about. It's like my ear going,
Oi.
now is the
Yeah.
time.
Look, Joe Bonamassa
Yeah.
is doing the same thing. He's, having to bring the volume down a little bit. I don't know if that's a permanent thing, and him bringing the volume down a little bit might mean going from 116 dB to 113. But,
I'm not looking at 75 dB and a
Yeah.
direct source. It's okay, because that sort of goes hand in hand with this conversation that we've always had about loud amps being extremely hard to mic and make sound good in a small studio environment anyway, whereas little amps mics can sound really fantastic when they're beefed up a bit. So I'm going to have a look at that. I don't know how far we'll get with it, but I'm super interested in that.
Yeah.
Whether it'll work live or not, need a good monitor guy, don't you? You need a good monitor person.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and then you're kind of back in the same thing because you turn the monitors up until you can feel it.
Yeah.
One of the issues with in-ear monitoring, loads of people who use in-ear monitors are having trouble with their hearing.
Yeah,
because
it's
they're
too
turning
loud.
them up
Yeah,
so
yeah,
loud to
yeah,
try and
yeah.
feel something. And so, anyway,
All right.
we'll get into that. More
I
playing,
got
more fun.
2 final questions for you. Is there anything guitar-wise you want next year?
Yeah, so levels of want. Have been toying for a while about some sort of 80s shred guitar.
I so thought you were going to say a Flying V.
No, so I've done the Flying V thing, and I can't pull it off.
Yeah.
Visually, I love the sound of it, but it just, yeah.
I respectfully disagree.
Well, thank you.
Anyway, okay,
But-
so an 80 shred
and
machine.
I'm I've been going back and listening to, I mean, even though Malmsteen was on a Strat, and there's a bunch of that music that I had growing up.
Got to give you this back?
Well, have you done with it?
No. Haven't even started. That's a whole other story.
Because I had that coloured gem, when I was 18. And I remember hearing a bit of that music again. Like I played my daughter Rising Force in the car yesterday, and she was like, "What on earth is this?" And it's like, you know what? There's joy in a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's really fun. So, specifically for that thing with the Floyd Rose and even just a single humbucker and, I think that could be fun.
Okay, so an 80 shred machine.
And then 335.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Or what's the
175.
175? Something along that line.
Actually, there's a whole bunch of guitars in between those two guitars that are quite interesting.
Yeah.
That could be a fun journey.
It would be a fun journey. Yeah.
Similarly, I'm definitely going to get a 330 this year. I think if funds allow, and it goes hand in hand. A Gibson ES 330 it goes hand in hand with the low volume experiment, because I'm on this sort of bit of brain that's saying the lower volume you go, the less the guitar and the amp are making any sort of communication together, certainly a solid body like a Strat. So actually having a guitar with more air in it is going to work better at lower volumes, because it can get going more. And as much as I love my 345, I love it. It's got this mid-range low end to it, and I want to brighten that up in a 330 casino-y kind of way. Not to replace the Strat, but
a different voice.
Absolute shock. The last 3 or 4 gigs I've done, I have not enjoyed playing my Strat. So I've just been enjoying playing the Gibsons more.
Yeah, okay.
And these things they're not final, right? They are literally ebb and flow. And you'll feel one thing for a minute and then you'll change back. So I always think it's good to go with it.
Yeah.
And find out what's there, explore. So I think maybe a 330, but yeah, I don't know. Final question then. What do you want to see? What do you hope somebody releases in 26?
Great question. Some in-ear monitors that work.
Okay.
As in, and I don't know if the physics of it are possible, but I do. So I understand, like as a singer, I understand how loads of singers who use in-ears go, yep, it's fantastic. But the guitar players and the rest of the band who really struggle with it. And if you're a guitar player singer, they're generally pulling one out just to try and get. I don't know if bone radiation for the bone transfer thing is going to be part of that.
Thing.
Yep. But I think that would be. You're talking about lower volume stages, and and I think monitoring and all that plays a part. But to be in somewhere that you can still enjoy it, at that.
It's like, this is not the time in the show for tangents, but there is a difference between low volume and sensible volume.
Yeah.
Because high volume, right, a couple of plexis, 300 watt ampeg, 300 watt ampegs, and side fills, that's insane. Unless you're the Black Crows, those days are largely gone.
Right.
For most people.
Sure.
Not that most people would ever do that in the first place, but there is a point above no volume, which is sensible volume, which is hugging and enjoyable and can move you and make you feel good.
Hurt.
I want to explore that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want to explore that.
Yeah.
What would I like to see? I want to see more people explore analog multi-effects.
Oh, yeah.
So the Greg Cockness Monster and the Jam Pink Flow, it seems to be, I mean, there are others, and please list them when you watch this video.
Boss ME5.
Yeah, but the reverbs and delays were digital, weren't they?
Okay.
But yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
A lot of it was analog.
Yeah.
But the way Jam does its custom shop multi-pedals, Pink Flow.
Amazing.
I think more people could get into that space.
Yeah. When you look at those old Pete Cornish systems, they were basically that.
That's what it was, yeah. Just cost $100,000 and weighed 200 pounds, yeah.
No, I mean, having played with that stuff, and obviously we love the guys from Jam. Actually, Robin was out there last week and hanging out.
Oh,
with
no
him.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how cool.
And he's got some more stuff from them on his board now, and he's like,
Brilliant.
so I'm gonna sort that out for him next week. But I mean, I agree. The analog multi effects thing is just so cool.
Because the tech has shifted somewhat significantly since the mid 1990s, right? Which is
Absolutely.
when we saw it first.
Yeah.
Or late 80s when we saw it
Yeah.
first.
The power supply tech has shifted,
yeah.
making a lot of that, be having all that stuff in one box possible. It's a great way to do it if you can, and a company like Jam, but lots of companies can do it.
Yeah.
If you've got, say, I really like that overdrive and that delay and that thing, and this is the order I want them, they can stick them all in a box for you and away you go. Yeah, fun.
Old school. Okay, that's us then. Happy 2025, and we send you the absolute best for 26. For those of you who follow the Gregorian calendar, every day's a new year, Dan. Every moment is a new year, Dan. And yeah, thank you so much for being with us. We'd be nowhere without you guys watching,
Indeed.
so thank you so much. And time for some time off. It's important, right?
It's very, very important.
I didn't even get into, I am doing no vertical social media at all ever again.
Oh, done.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done.
Catherine's going to freak out when she hears that, but I am done. I am done.
It's at the end of the video. Does she ever make it to the end?
No, she
you
won't.
were fine then.
That and a couple of other things that maybe we'll reflect on in 2026. A couple of different outlooks.
Yeah.
Personally.
If there's anything that you would like to see from us in 2026, please leave a comment. We read every single comment, and we'd love to hear your take. If there are artists coming over to the UK that you think we should.
Yeah, hit us up because we're just not across that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So please let us know. Yes, thank you so much for being with us this year. It's been wonderful. We'll see you in 2026.
Happy New Year!
Bye.